Once the ceramic pieces are sculpted, it's time to fire the clay. Step 1. Bisque firing, the first fire. Let the clay dry for several days, especially if you're in a more humid region. Always fire the first pass on slow. This is called a slow bisque. Firing follows a basic system called cones, which is just a measurement of heat. The lowest temperature you're ever really going to fire at is cone 015, which is like 1400 degrees Fahrenheit. And the highest is cone 10, around 2400. For this project, I'm bisque firing at cone 04. This initial firing takes about 10 hours for heating and cooling, and I think it costs around $20 in electricity, depending on your location. So once it's fired and cooled, this next part is the glazing. So once bisque fired, it's time to apply the glaze. In this case, I'm using a Canary Yellow glaze at cone 05, so a little hotter. Applying 3 coats, letting each layer dry before adding the next. When firing glaze, you always go slightly hotter so the clay remains porous, allowing the glaze's melting glass and minerals to fuse into the surface. And then step 3, the gold luster, the final fire. Again, a note, luster's super toxic. Wear a mask, gloves, and use ventilation. If it touches your skin, it will discolor the surface when you fire it. The surface must be completely oil-free. Any contamination will ruin it, really. So you fire luster at cone 019, so that's the coldest of all. The result is a thin coat of real gold, permanently melted into the outer glass layer of the glaze.